Knowing what not to do is way more important than knowing what to do. Yeah. Okay. So, what I was going to say before is, I think this match is done already. I know it's Urien and he can scam people, but I don't think Nash should ever lose in this position. Here is why. The Nash player has super. You can't really see it because the thing is in the way. The time of the video is in the way. But the Nash player has super. What does that mean? Well, it means Urien can't fireball because it's going to get supered on reaction. Can't jump because he's going to get anti-aired by super. And if you get anti-aired by super, you lose roughly this much life. After that, he gets Oki, which means it's guess for game. Also, he doesn't have V-trigger yet. He won't be able to V-skill without getting hit by medium kick scythe into super, which would kill him. So he has to try to walk his way in against Nash, where he will probably lose. If you're walking in against Nash, how many random pokes are going to clip you? He's probably going to lose at least this much. If he plays it well and Infiltration plays well, he'll still probably lose a good chunk of life. If anything, if he plays perfect and he doesn't get hit by any random pokes, he would still probably have roughly this much white life. But I don't think that would ever happen. I think if you made it in as Urien without eating any random pokes against Nash, then you got lucky or the other guy's really bad. Good news is, though, he's going to get V-trigger soon. But Infiltration blocks any attack, he's going to get a bar of V-meter, and he can V-reversal. It's such an uphill battle at this point. Also, if Urien does EX knee drop to get in, because, you know, he's desperate, you have to worry even less, because Urien will not be able to build meter to combo into super. This is probably the most important skill in any game, actually. I need to make a video talking about this in depth, because it applies to every single game. It applies to League of Legends, it applies to Overwatch, it applies to every single fighting game. It is knowing what not to do. Knowing what not to do is way more important than knowing what to do. If you want to see an absolute master at knowing what not to do, watch Knee play Tekken. Knee is probably the best player I've ever seen in any game at knowing what not to do. Idom is pretty good. Idom is pretty good at it if you don't watch Tekken. Idom is probably the best Street Fighter player at it. The best one coming to mind, at least. If you're Infiltration in this situation, what you shouldn't do is V-shift, because you need that bar for when he gets V-trigger. You should not use any meter unless you are punishing Urien with super, because EX Fireball is useless right here. If you anti-air with EX Scythe, it's opening up options for Urien. Everything else you do is kind of okay. It's not an instant loss, at least. Once Urien gets V-trigger, you cannot jump, though. You cannot get hit by crouch medium kick either. And as long as you do that, he can't really activate without the threat of you doing V-reversal. And threatening is, like, very good. I don't know if that was the best decision. Oh my, is he trolling?